It's no secret that Spain is home to some of the best rock climbing in the world, and in this video we're going to talk about the 5 best bouldering destinations in Spain. Hi, I'm Alex.
And I'm Lucie.
We're rock climbers living in Madrid.
And on this channel we share scene footage along with video about our life in Spain.
So if that's something that interests you, make sure to click subscribe so you can follow along with us. And stick around to the end of this video because we're going to talk about one of the best bouldering areas in Spain for those of you that are adventurous and love eating seafood. So let's go ahead and dive right into the list. Coming in at number 5 on our list of the best bouldering destinations in Spain is Castillo de Bayuela. Castillo de Bayuela is a small village located an hour and a half's drive from the Madrid city center. It's home to hundreds of boulder problems spread across dozens of different sectors. The rock type here is granite, and the climbing is predominantly on small, crimpy edges, so make sure you come here with strong fingers. Many of the sectors in Castillo de Bayuela are sunny, which makes it a perfect place for those cold winter days or days after rain. Currently, there's no published guidebook of Castillo de Bayuela. However, you can check out a blog written by one of the local climbers, which I'll leave a link to in the description down below. Just like any climbing area in the world, it's really important to remember to take all of your trash out with you and respect the designated parking areas. And this is especially important in Castillo de Bayuela, as many of the boulders are located on private property. And over the years, the local climbers have worked hard to form relationships with the local landowners so we can all enjoy the climbing here together. In terms of sleeping in Castillo de Bayuela, your best option is going to be coming here in a van or looking for a rural cottage to stay overnight, as the accommodations in the town itself are limited. Since it's a small town, you should also bring in your food ahead of time or plan on eating a small meal in one of the local bars. Castillo de Bayuela is a great area for climbers of all ranges, and you can find problems from 6A all the way to 8C.
Number 4 on our list of the best bouldering areas in Spain is Albarracín. This is one of the most famous places in Spain, even in the world. The rock type is red sandstone. There are thousands of boulders in Albarracín with crimp, pocket, sloper, roof, so there's something for everyone. What makes Albarracín unique is that you can find a 6A next to 8A, which is perfect to go with a group of friends with a variety of levels. Albarracín is located 2 hours from Valencia or 4 hours from Madrid, so to get here you need to rent a car. You can stay in one of the many climbers' guest house, hotel or campground. In Albarracín you can find a small supermarket, the famous bakery that you really should try, some restaurants, and climbing shop where you can buy some clothes, climbing shoes, and the guidebook, and also you can rent some pads. Many people would say that Albarracín is the best place to go bouldering in Spain, but as it becomes more and more famous, it's quite bullish, and if you want to try the famous boulders, it can be very crowded on the weekend. So this is why we put it in first position, because we usually prefer to climb alone or with a very small group of people.
The 3rd best bouldering spot in Spain is Larraona. Larraona is probably the most overlooked and underrated bouldering area in Spain. I just ate a fly. Larraona is probably one of the most overlooked and underrated bouldering areas in Spain. But with over 2,000 boulder problems spread across 5 different villages, it's an area that's not to be missed. The rock type in Larraona is limestone, and although there is a variety of styles, you're predominantly going to be climbing on small crimps and pockets, so bring really strong fingers if you plan on taking home some sins. Larraona is located in northern Spain on the dividing line between Basque Country and Navarra. It's about a 1.5 hour drive from Bilbao or 4 hours from Madrid. Larraona offers several different options in terms of accommodations. If you come in a van, the parking area is flat and has many different spaces for you to park your van and sleep there. Or you can also stay in the village itself. in the adventure park where you can park your van and use their shower amenities, or charge your phone, or have access to their bar, and you can even put up a tent on their campground for a very small fee. In a nearby village there's a campground, and in other nearby towns you can also find some rural cottages. At this time there's no published guidebook, however there is some information that you can find on Instagram and social media, which we'll link to in the description down below. Just like Castillo de Bayuela, Larraona is a very small town and many of its boulders are located on private property. The town hall and local climbers have worked very hard over the years to maintain healthy relationships with the landowners so we can all enjoy this rock climbing together. So please, please, please respect the relationships that have been formed and take out your trash and keep noise to the minimum. The best thing after a long climbing session is sitting down to have a nice bite to eat, and in Larraona you'll find a perfect pizza restaurant that we definitely recommend trying. When you need to buy groceries, there's a small supermarket in nearby Allard, or you can head over the mountain 20 minutes to nearby Salvatierra or Santa Cruz de Campezo, where you'll find a larger supermarket.
Number 2 on our list of the best bouldering destination in Spain is Hoya Moros. Hoya Moros is an alpine bouldering area located 1 hour from Salamanca and 2 hours from Madrid. It has 2,000 meters of elevation, which makes it one of the best bouldering areas to climb in Spain in summer. To get to Hoya Moros from the parking, you will have to walk between 1 and 2 hours depending on how much climbing gear you bring with you. You can do it in one day, but we highly recommend to stay overnight to enjoy the full experience. If you decide to sleep there, remember that tents and fire are prohibited, but you can find a natural shelter with flat ground where you can sleep over your climbing pad. The rock is granite and it's quite sharp, so don't forget your tape. And there are over 500 boulders between 6A and 8C, so there are boulders for everyone. The town before heading to the parking lot is called Bejar, where you can find large supermarket and buy some food before hiking to Hoya Moros.
¡Vale! ¡Qué bien!
And last but not least, our number 1 favorite bouldering area in Spain is La Pedriza. La Pedriza is a massive granite bouldering area located less than an hour's drive from the Madrid city center. Here, you'll find well over 3,000 boulder problems of many different styles. Although La Pedriza is made famous for its friction-dependent slab climbing, you'll also find a variety of vertical walls and steep overhangs, so there's something here for everyone as well. The climbing here is predominantly on small crimps, although you can also find slopers, pinches, and lots of compression problems. Because of its proximity to the Madrid city center, you can choose to stay in Madrid and come to La Pedriza either by car or public transportation. Although it's more recommendable to stay in the nearby village of Manzanares el Real, where you can find a variety of hotels or climber hostels. Even though Manzanares el Real is a small village, here you'll be able to find everything you need from a large supermarket, pharmacies, and restaurants. You also have a wonderful pizzeria that's worth trying out, and you can pick up the guidebook at either pedrizaboulder.com or in Hostel La Pedriza, along with chalk and pad rentals at Hostel La Pedriza. While in Manzanares el Real, don't forget to check out the castle, which is one of the best and well-preserved castles in Madrid. In addition to being one of the largest bouldering areas in Spain, La Pedriza is located in the heart of the Sierra Madrid, which is also home to many other bouldering areas such as Zarzalejo, Valdemanco, Bustarviejo, y La Cabrera. Many of these areas can be reached within 20 or 30 minutes drive in a car, so those of you that are looking to visit many different bouldering sectors and areas within one trip are going to be very happy to be visiting La Pedriza. As I mentioned before, the climbing in La Pedriza, along with all of the other granite areas in Madrid, tend to be very friction dependent, so you'll be able to find the best climbing conditions between late fall and early spring. Although it didn't make our top 5, we couldn't make a video talking about the best bouldering areas in Spain without mentioning Galicia. Galicia is packed full of granite bouldering areas, many of which have beautiful seaside views, and of course, the seafood is some of the best in Spain. Galicia is one of the most memorable trips that Lucie and I took together, and we would highly recommend visiting this area if you're looking for an all-around vacation. Make sure to click the card up at the top if that sounds really cool to you.
We hope you enjoyed the list of our favorite places to go bouldering in Spain. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and until next time,
Happy climbing!
You can see in one of the many climber guest blah blah. Alright, we hope you enjoyed the list of our favorite places. No, merde!
Coming at... Flies. Ugh, so many flies. Ugh.